Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, April 19th. Now we have one meeting to tell you about today, and that is the third mutual board meeting, and that will be in the boardroom as well as virtual and televised right here on Village Television shortly after our morning news broadcast of This Day. And as I mentioned, that is at 9:30 this morning. All right, on our show today, we have Siobhan Foster, who is here to give us a Laguna Woods update. She's got some great news for us. And then we have Dr. Jeff Young, who's with Memorial Care Medical Center. And we're going to talk to him about a new program that they have over there that I think you're going to find very interesting. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at very nice skies, certainly burning off the fog already for this morning, but we are only looking at 70 as our high today. 70, 57 tomorrow, 67, 51. Then sunny on Thursday, 66, 55. Partly cloudy on Friday, 64, 50. And then we warm up nicely on Saturday, 74, 59. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:15, and our sunset will be at 7:25. And thank you, Rebecca, for sending in this beautiful photo that you have taken. And you are a member of the Camera Club, so we appreciate you sending that in. Just beautiful. And of course, if you would like to send in a photo that you would like to share with the community, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have Siobhan Foster, so stick around.
Now there's a new way to buy a new Lexus. It's called Car Dash, only available at southcountylexus.com. It's amazingly simple.
Visit southcountylexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in. You can even have the vehicle delivered, all online, saving you valuable time.
Push a button, get a Lexus. At South County Lexus, different is amazing.
Your dentures need to be replaced, or are they worn out or broken? Dr. Damon Anderson from Laguna Niguel Family Dental Care is here to help with your denture needs. We do in-office denture repairs, same-day denture relines, and provide metal and non-metal partial dentures. Laguna Niguel Family Dental Care also provides implant-supported overdentures, completely replaced by Dr. Anderson himself. New appliances are an opportunity to get 1 to 2 shades lighter for a more youthful look. Give us a call today or visit our website for a video consult at lagunaniguelsedationdentist.com.
Hi, I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner at Amazing Hearing. As we head into the new year, it's time to focus on making changes and setting goals. In 2022, make a new goal to improve your hearing. At Amazing Hearing, we understand better hearing means better memory, better balance, and most importantly, better communication. Call us to set up your appointment. At Amazing Hearing, we will help you reach your goal.
Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, we are a magnet designated facility, which means that we're in the top 8% of hospitals across the nation that are recognized for high quality patient outcomes and nursing excellence. And what that means is that we have nurses that are highly engaged and enthusiastic about their workplace, that we have lower vacancy rates, lower turnover, and high nursing satisfaction scores.
Welcome back. Well, today we have Siobhan Foster with a Laguna Woods update. Well, welcome. How are you today?
I'm great, Lisa. How are you?
Good. And I know that we'll get to it in just a bit, but it looks as though you guys have some good news.
We do.
Excellent.
Always excited to share it.
Okay, perfect.
So as you recall, when I became CEO a few months ago, we committed ourselves to the guiding principle of committed to excellence and dedicated to service.
Right.
We restructured the organization to place an emphasis on customer service and, again, adopted the guiding principle of committed to excellence and dedicated to service.
Right.
To understand how we're doing and where we need to improve, BMS is surveying residents to get their feedback following a service that has been provided.
Okay.
Our work order satisfaction survey is sent to residents once service orders and staff assignments have been completed. To receive a survey, a resident requester must have their email address on file, And this survey excludes program maintenance requests such as water heaters, electrical panels, fumigations, and so on.
Okay. Okay.
The survey launched in February, and through March, we've sent out 5,300 surveys and received 1,283 responses. This is almost a 24% response rate, which is really positive for the start of our survey.
That's great. And, you know, I know we talked a little bit about this, and, you know, you mentioned that 24% is actually quite high.
Yes, we think so. I mean, typically we see a 5 to 10%
that's
response to surveys, so very encouraged that our residents are participating and taking the time to share their
Absolutely.
feedback.
Okay.
While the survey launched in February, the survey was modified in March to reflect some board member input. We added a maintenance-specific question and a free-form comment section that specifically asks residents, what can we do to improve our level of service?
Okay.
The scoring scale is a high of 5 stars to a low of 1 star.
All right.
And our resident services section regularly follows up on negative comments to learn what we can do better next time.
Okay.
And on the screen before you is a picture of Stacy Griffith, our customer services manager, who is leading this effort.
Excellent. Excellent. She's always so sweet.
Yes, she is.
So
our-
what did you find here? This looks great.
Yeah, so our first question is, how was your resident services call center experience? And out of almost 1,200 responses, the average response is 4.52 stars.
That's great. On Yelp, that would be awesome. Right?
Yes. And then our next question is, how was your maintenance experience? Out of 658 responses, the average is 4.5 stars. And I do want to mention this is one of the questions we added in March, so there are only 658 responses to this question.
Okay, gotcha. That's great.
In terms of timeliness and our time to respond, there are 1,169 responses with an average response of 4.46 stars.
That's great. And even with, you know, some of the lower numbers that you have for staffing. So that's awesome.
Yes. How was employee courtesy is the next question. Out of 1,150 responses, the average response is 4.76 stars. And this is really heartwarming to us because we've worked on employee courtesy, customer sensitivity, and so forth. So we're starting to see that in this ranking.
Exactly. Nice.
And then how were expectations met? Again, out of 1,156 responses, the average response is 4.45 stars. And again, we follow up on those negative comments or rankings to see where we can improve.
That's great.
And as I mentioned earlier, the survey contains a free-form comment section specifically asking what we can do to improve our service next time. And here are some of the sample comments. Affected areas should have been washed down to remove the dirt after shoveling.
All right.
The irrigation man who came to check on my problem was very polite and helpful. I'm very satisfied with him and his professionalism. No complaints.
Okay.
We are very happy about the service. Less paperwork. And
That's a great one.
yeah. And provide a way to include a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh, good.
So those
Okay.
are just a sampling of the comments we received.
I love that.
And overall, I want to stress that our customer service experience rating was an average of 4.5 stars. Obviously, you know, that's not the best. There's some room to improve. But as our baseline, we're very positive about the initial ratings that we received.
Well, exactly. And then that one particular thing, you didn't necessarily have information on that one, so hopefully. And then how long will this go on? Will you just take them for a while, or when does it end?
We're going to continue.
Okay.
Because we always feel that there's room for improvement and we can
Okay.
learn something from our customers.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
And then this weekend, we've been talking a lot about it, is the Health and Wellness Expo.
That's correct. The expo is Saturday at 10 a.m. at Clubhouse 5. It lasts until 2 p.m. There are doctors and nurses available to discuss medical advances in various specialties. There will be informational booths, lectures, and much more. And also complimentary food, fresh juice shots, and giveaways while supplies last. So we
sounds
encourage everyone to take advantage of this and come out and see us on Saturday.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of people asking lots of questions, especially as we go forward with all of our medical stuff that's going on in the world today.
Yes.
So thank you so much, and congratulations. That's really some great numbers.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Lisa.
All right, we'll see you again next time.
Okay.
And if you have any questions regarding the information we've discussed, you can always send an email to generalmanager@vmsinc.org. We'll be right back.
Your smile is key to your overall health. Put it into good hands with Loberg Dental. We are restorative dentistry experts specializing in fillings, crowns, dental implants, root canals, and more. Come experience our exceptional care for yourself with a special offer for new patients. Your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. Let us give you something to smile about. Visit drloberg.com today to make an appointment and get your free exam and x-rays.
Hi folks, this is Dan O'Weiler with Sterling Financial Advisors. We've been around for a long time, been on ThisDay with Lisa, and just wanted to know that we're still in business, even through the pandemic. We still have the opportunity to now meet with people individually, in person, and we'd like to invite you to give us a call if it would make some sense. If you're doing some planning for retirement, please give us a call. We'll be happy to meet with you. Thanks so much.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
Welcome back, where we have Dr. Jeff Young here on behalf of Memorial Care Medical Center. Well, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. We were chit-chatting a little bit off camera, and you know, you have kind of a local history, and then you also went to Alabama. So let's find out a little bit more about you. Where'd you go to school?
Yeah, so I actually went to school for my undergraduate studies at UC San Diego. And then I went to, did my medical school training out in Western University of Health Sciences in Pomona. And lastly, I completed my internal medicine resident training in Brookwood Baptist Health in Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you came back home.
I did.
Are you happy to be home?
Yeah, it's actually really welcoming and getting really back adjusted to everything, so yeah.
Right, right. Well, excellent. Well, tell me now, you are part of the Memorial Care Medical Center, so not actually the hospital, a smaller group which does internal medicine.
Correct, yeah, so our Laguna Woods clinic location is out in our it's in the Aldi's Plaza, and actually we have typically an office of right now 2 physicians right now working there. Mm-hmm.
And is it busy?
It can get really busy, yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Instead of going to the hospital, why do people go to the medical centers?
Yeah, so for these medical centers, usually we try and target preventative health for a lot of these patients. And many times we just want to make sure, are you taking your meds correctly? Are we making sure all your medical conditions are all well taken care of? Yeah, and so that way we can prevent, patients from actually going to the, hospital. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you guys said you focus mostly on preventative medicine. So how do you do that being, an internal medicine doctor?
Yeah, so overall we like to, approach things from a whole. I like to just, take a look at your medical history, take and see what medicines you're on. Do we have any medical conditions that we need to know or figure out about for them? And then lastly, we just try and make sure they understand what's going on. Because I think at the end of the day, the most important thing is knowing, what you do outside of the clinic. Making sure you know what to do at home, because that's where most of your care involves.
Let me ask you this. Obviously there's a difference in the way that doctors approach things, right? Maybe someone who's been doing your type of work for 40 years might approach something differently than someone like yourself who may have, obviously not 40 years. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, so I think experience can tell you one thing, but also keeping up to date in modern medicine is also really, important. And so I think being able to understand and convey what you know to the patient is very important. But at the end of the day, you have to understand where the patient's coming from, understanding, what they want, how they want to approach things, and so it's always catered to them at the end of the day.
All right, excellent. Now, interestingly enough, I've actually never talked about this with the doctor before about driving.
Yeah.
Now, we have many folks here in Laguna Woods who may be of an older age that are still driving and they have all their faculties and everything's good. So at what point do you start to talk to them about driving?
Yeah, so driving safety is actually a really important topic to talk about with patients. I think it usually comes out with 4 different sources. Usually the first is the patient usually wants to talk to me about, their driving and, how well they can drive. Mm-hmm. Second is usually, a concerned family member or, a friend. Usually they're, a little bit more concerned about, how they're driving. Mm-hmm. Third is usually DMV will, from time to time, may send me a request, to evaluate this patient's, driving capabilities.
Yeah.
And then lastly, it's a job. Usually when they have an annual health exam, they'll talk to me about, hey, can we get an evaluation about how this patient is driving? Okay. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, they do take medications. Are there certain kinds that can certainly affect the way you drive?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Many times, medicines that we always have to watch out for patients who are driving, usually chronic pain medicines, medicines that patients take, such as muscle relaxers, or things to help with anxiety or for sleep, such as your Xanax or your Ativan. So these are medicines that I typically watch out for patients when it comes to driving.
So when you come across an individual who is a very sensitive subject, where you go, well, maybe you shouldn't be driving, and here are some alternatives. How do you approach that? That must be a tough one.
Oh, it's very tough, because at the end of the day, taking driving away from an individual, I think really, limits them in their independence and able to do certain things. Right. If I were to approach it, it's more of just like, is this something you're concerned about? What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? So I usually go very open-ended to approach this, very sensitive topic for most patients.
Okay. Now, there is a way for them to get to your location, though, from Laguna Woods instead of driving.
Absolutely. So what was interesting is Memorial Care actually introduced a program called the 55 Plus, and they created it last year in August, and they basically allow free transportation from a patient's home in the Laguna Woods location, and to basically transport themselves to our Laguna Woods clinic. And so this is totally free. A patient can basically, sign up for Memorial Care as their primary medical care, and basically, access that phone number on www.memorialcare.org/55plus, and basically call and set themselves up for a free transportation from their home to our Laguna Woods clinic location and back.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great thing. Mm-hmm. And this is nice that it's catered just to a certain age group. So I feel like they would be very excited about having something specific to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it helps them entail, because going to the doctor's office is challenging, and, transportation is always going to be a major concern. So easing them and allowing them to, an easier form of access for transportation is always a great thing for patients.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
I'm really grateful for helping and serving the Laguna Woods community, and I'll always do my best to, make sure everyone, gets well taken care of.
Wonderful. Well, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. And if you want more information about the 55 Plus program, you can go to www.memorialcare.org/55plus. We'll be right back.
I'm very concerned that patients with stroke, heart attack, sepsis, or other medical emergencies are delaying care. Let me reassure you, it is safe and critically important that you do not ignore the signs and symptoms such as chest discomfort, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, or sudden onset of headache. If you think you may be having a medical emergency, don't wait, call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room.
Has hearing others been more difficult lately? If so, it might be time to look into hearing aids. But how do you know which hearing aid is right for you? At Hearing Remedy, we offer a free hearing aid test drive, a hassle-free way to find the perfect hearing aid for you, a no-pressure process that truly puts you in the driver's seat. Here's how it works. Contact Hearing Remedy to schedule an initial hearing evaluation. We'll check your hearing, and if the results show that you could benefit from hearing aids, we will fit them to you the same day with no commitment or deposit required. Take them for a test drive around the house, out on the town, and any place that you typically have trouble hearing. Come back in a week, and if it's not improving your life, we'll fit you with another hearing aid until we find the perfect one for you. It's really that easy. Call Hearing Remedy to schedule your risk-free hearing aid test drive today.
How is life feeling these days? Even if you're active, those little aches and pains can be exhausting. Now there's a new way to experience an ancient healing therapy right in the comfort of your home. Introducing the J&H Lifestyles Infrared Sauna, a beautifully crafted sauna with proven benefits of immune boosting, pain relief, and relaxation. And there are 1- and 2-person models to fit the tightest of spaces, bringing the warmth of infrared sauna therapy to you. Expert installation is available in your area. Just give us a call or visit our website today.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box Estate buyers will buy your jewelry, fine timepieces, flatware, and more. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. If you need to sell, refurbish, or appraise jewelry and watches, the experts at the Jewelry Box Estate buyers are here to help. Come and visit us at our new location.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust.
All right, welcome back. Well, we have some additional information for you, some announcements, and Siobhan has already talked to us about the Health and Wellness Expo, but we'll just go over it again just to remind you that that is happening this weekend. It is going to be on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it is complimentary, so you definitely want to show up. Lots of sponsors, lots of giveaways. I'm sure there'll be lots of tchotchkes and things like that. So lots of great stuff. If you want more information about that, you can email recreation@vmsinc.org. Now, also Earth Day is it's Thursday. Earth Day is Thursday, April 21st, and there's going to be an event that's happening right here in Laguna Woods. It's going to be at Clubhouse 1 from 1 to 4, and there's going to be lots of speakers, lots of great information. You don't need to register for it. It's all free. So if you want to mosey on down to Clubhouse 1 at 1 o'clock, they'll have Earth Day celebration discussions. So you may want to check that out. All right, distribution. There's going to be a food distribution happening, and it is going to be on April 20th, and that's tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 10:30, and it's going to be at the United Methodist Church, and that is located on Moulton Parkway. Everyone is welcome. It is sponsored by Saddleback Church, Laguna Woods, and if you want more information, you can call 949-609-8574, and it is a drive-through event. You do not need to get out of your car. You just open up your trunk and they'll pop in a whole bag of groceries for you. Okay, and then there's going to be a financial forum, and you might want to participate with this. The volatility in the market these days kind of helps you learn a little bit more about insured investments. Of course, they're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of annuities, long-term care insurance, life insurance, common mistakes, looking at the current market conditions, and of course there'll be a question and answering session as well. Now it is free to attend. You don't need to RSVP, and it will be Tuesday, April 26th next week from 3 to 5 p.m. Clubhouse 5, Room 1. Now, as I mentioned, no RSVP is required, but if you want more information, you can always call Nancy at 949-219-0692. Now, something else that's coming up towards the end of the month is the Garden Club is having an event. We have not talked to them in a while, and we will be talking to them coming up here, but the event is called the Garden Fair, and it's going to be on April 29th. And of course, we'll have more information about that for you next week to keep you abreast of when that is. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather before we head out. As I mentioned, this fog is burned off, and we're looking at some high clouds today, but a nice, pleasant temperature of around 70 degrees with an overnight of 57. Tomorrow, 67, 51, partly cloudy skies. Then on Thursday, 66, 55, mostly sunny. And then about 64, 50 on Friday, partly cloudy skies. And then on Saturday, we will have lots of sunshine, 74, 59. So really nice temperatures this week. with a warming trend for next week. Have a great day in the village. Don't forget that following our morning broadcast of This Day will be the third board meeting. And then, of course, we will have Annie McCary on next week to give us an update on what was discussed at the meeting. You can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5 right here on Village Television. Otherwise, we'll be back with you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
During the pandemic, thousands turned to AgeWell for help. Since March of last year, AgeWell has provided Orange County seniors with more than 40,000 grab-and-go lunches, 500,000 home-delivered meals, as well as transportation and case management services. We were there for you then, and we're here for you now. Stay strong. Stay well. Age well. Learn more about our services or how to get involved today at myagewell.org.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.